Hi, Wayne Sorbelli here, down in my music store in Key West, Florida. Island Guitar, the home of the Bone Island Music Crew. Sitting here with my friend Mooch, and we're talking about some Lynyrd Skynyrd. The last couple of weeks, we've been working on the intro part, you know. And then we did that second. The first thing we did was the chord part when they're singing, because it's an easier way to start. You know, the D strong, and I'm making for each chord in the song always the first one is the root note. So on my D chord, you know, I'm doing the D twice, and then when that shifts to my C9 chord, right here, right, you can do the whole C9. Or you can do the AC/DC method, where you put this finger down and it mutes out your D string, making it more of a power chord. And then the same thing with the G. The regular G would be like this, right, with the B note there. Well, you don't need that in there. You just cut it out, do like this. There's your D, there's your G, there's a G, there's a D. You see, you're cutting that out, so there's your B. That makes the power chord instead of the major or minor chord, all right? So that's what they use, AC/DC and bands like Skynyrd, especially where you have three guitar players. You know, if you're the only player, you may want to embellish, and kind of like use all six strings all the time. But when you're in a band with more than one guitar player, or playing in music that has like a piano and different instruments, you know, you kind of minimalize what you're doing. You don't want to step on everything, right? So after that, next part of learning not just the order, the D, the C add 9, and the G, but to also recognize that it does sound better, and it's actually a little bit easier, really, to do the power chord. So instead of the full-on G, you can do the power chord. And again, I'm doing the root note first. G, G, that's on my 6th string. There's my G root note. So so same thing here, D, start on my D here, and then I switch over here to the C power chord, and then just move one finger. I make sure it's touching the A string to mute it out, and then I get nice big, nice strong sounding fat G power chord. I love it. So what we're going to do here now is start adding in some of the fills that I put in the last videos, but this is a practice buddy video. In other words, this is to actually work along using some of those techniques. Riffs or phrases, licks, whatever we want to call them, right? Techniques. So this song is 1 measure D, 1 measure C, 2 measures G. So the way that I'd like to use this lesson as a way to help people begin the solo, you know, this is how you learn to solo. We're going to keep doing the D and the C the same. We're going to do the first G as a chord, but that second 4 beats, that second measure of G, we're going to do a different fill or riff. This video, I'm going to put a few of them in there and work your way up. If one is easy, you know, doesn't mean you shouldn't practice it. Still add it in and make yourself a practice, you know. Keep playing this progression over and over. It's D, C, add 9 or C, you can use power chords like I said, and then your G, and then the second measure of the G, put some fills in there. So the fills can be, let's see. The first one is including a hammer-on, okay? It's one of the first techniques I teach besides sliding. So you pick the note, so I'm gonna pick my D string there and hammer on this D note, and under it is the G note. So I'm picking twice, but I'm hearing 3 notes because I'm hammering on one note. In other words, the energy to produce the note is coming from the hammer on instead of the pick, right? So watch. You got hammer on, and then after the hammer on, you just use the open G string under it. hammering on my D string, right, on the 2nd fret, picking the same string, of course. Now, that's the first riff. So you can do the riff, and then do this up, and then back to the. I'd work on each one a couple times. So actually, you have enough time to do it. And then instead of finishing it with that open G, I would really end it there. And then. And that's a great riff to start off with. Another one that's working off the hammer-on, okay, is on the string above it. And that note's coming off of our regular G chord. You have a B note there on my 5th string, 2nd fret. Well, that B note, now if I hammer on the B and then hit the strings under it, I hit 1, A string, hammer onto the B note, and then my pick goes down and picks the next 2 strings right in order, D and then G, making a small G chord. It's a small G chord. So it's a. Sorry. I'm going to pick here. Please don't pick your guitar like this at home. This is just so I can fit it on the video and you can see both things at the same time, okay? So, power chord if you want, or C9, add 9, it depends, it's your flavor. Or, okay, and then for, that. Now, lick number 3. I think we're free, right? Yeah. Lick number 3 is going to walk off of that one. The first one, second 2. All right. So for the third one, we're ending up with the open G string. D, G. So now we're gonna add this after that. I just played the G. I'm gonna come back up on it again, and then land on my G here. So the riff is going to be. Get it? That's the first way. Second one. Okay. That's not part of that. Anyway, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Another great one is G string, 3rd string, 5, 4, 2, 0. G scale backwards, G major scale. Starting from the 4th. 4th major, 3rd, 2nd, the 1st. I love it. You can mix them up and, you know. Oh, sorry. I just accidentally, now I get an extra one. Or. So if you're going to bend it, you have to hit that note in your bend. Watch. Oh, that's too high. Did you hear? Love that. And then whatever works there, remember, also works 12 frets up. small bend. So it'll be like this. You got your G string there. That's like your open G. And then you got here, you know, whole, half, just backward. 17, 15, I'm sorry, 17, 16, 14, 12, dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry. Or, there's so many good fills that go in on that. All right, oh, it's over a 10-minute video already. I want to keep it short. Is there anything more I should add on that? There's like 4 riffs in there, right? That's a lot for one lesson. They're connected, which is why I added them together, or I wouldn't have even done that. I'd make separate videos. But starting off with the hammer on, and then hitting the string under. And then you can take, and from that, use a hammer on, but the string above it instead, and add a little more. It's just a hammer on, and then hit the 2 strings under it open. And then we got the other one, which goes a little bit harder. Go way up here and show you this one. All right, Wayne Sorbelli, Key West, Florida. Island Guitar, the home of the Bone Island Music Crew. If you want to support us, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe, please. Drop some comments below. I'm open to constructive criticism. I just like to have some action on the comment section. When I wake up, I like to read it. You know, it's better than the paper. Because at least it's a group of musicians, and I really like that. I want to thank Mooch for having me do this, because I really like to break stuff down like this. And appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.